each other. You're the landlord. Worse luck. Come on, off it.
Lads.
Sarge.
Mark, can you hear me?
Sarge?
Please.
You mean he's a copper?
Mark.
Okay, love.
I do know what I'm doing. I'm on the job too, you know.
Want us to nick him, Sarge, or what?
What I want you to do, Tony, is to go away and pretend you've never seen me, okay?
He's gonna need an ambulance, you know. Sierra Oscar from 340.
Oh,
Go ahead, Dave.
Ambulance needed, the Hope, Breen Lane. 1 IC1 Mal, unconscious. Possible head injuries.
Understood.
So what happened then, Sarge?
Mind your own business.
He lost his temper, that's what happened.
Sir, I think we've got a situation that needs your attention, sir.
What sort of situation?
Sergeant Roach has got himself involved in a fight at the Hope. He's put a bloke in hospital, name of Mark Leonard.
Was Sergeant Roach on duty?
Yes, sir. I mean, obviously Tony Stout was very cagey over the PR, but it sounds like it might have been something personal. There's an off-duty WPC floating around down there who has some connection with this bloke Leonard. And it looks as though Sergeant Roach might have started things.
I see. Did Stamp say anything about Sergeant Roach's condition?
No, sir.
Right. Well, tell him I'm on my way and that no one is to leave the scene. Matthew, busy? You're coming with me. And June, inform D.I. Burnside discreetly. The less upstairs knows of this for now, the better.
Monroe?
Yeah, he asked it to stay till he gets here.
I'm supposed to be somewhere at 5.
I'd better go with this Leonard geezer, son. Sort out the rest when we get back at the Nico. You be all right?
Yeah, of course.
Thanks, Tony. Thanks a million.
Oh, come on, Sarge, he's duty officer. What else could I do?
So what's all this about Tad, Frank?
Word gets around quick. I've only just heard myself. Andrew Munro and Boyden have gone down there.
Now, he was supposed to be meeting us now, wasn't he, about this post office raid?
Yeah, Eddie Backus.
Well, as soon as you know what's happened, let me know, will you? And if there's any mess, we clear it up. Not uniform, right?
You give us a call? Yes.
Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Thank you. Ted? Tony?
Sir.
Matthew's driving you back to Sun Hill, Ted, so if you can give him your car keys. Off you go, then.
That it, then? One of your blokes kicks in some geezer's head and just walks away?
I can assure you, Mr. Payton, no one is walking away from anything.
Not the geezer in hospital, anyhow.
Witnesses, Tony?
Dave's got the names and addresses, sir. Though we thought Miss Bright should stay on and have a word.
I hope she was worth it, Ted. So, WPC Bright, isn't it? Station?
Hoxton, sir.
Well, WPC Bright, perhaps you could tell me what's been going on here.
Well, sir. Ted and I have been going out together for a couple of months. We met in an interviewing course. Mark, the other fella, he was my fiancé at the time. We'd been going through a bit of a bad patch. Mainly because of the job. He runs a building firm, you see. Not quite the same, is it? Anyway, it was fun with Ted for a while. He understood, you know, about work and everything. But I soon realised it wasn't going to go anywhere, and I was beginning to think I'd made a big mistake with Mark. That maybe we should get back together. Anyway, I'm almost sure Ted's got someone else in the go. So, well, basically I decided to call it a day.
So, what happened?
We met. I told him. He wasn't thrilled, but he seemed okay, you know. Then Mark appeared. I don't know how he knew I was here. He and Ted had words, and then all of a sudden Ted seemed to flip. Thought we'd set the whole thing up or something, that we were laughing at him. Oh, I don't know.
In your opinion, then, who actually started the fight?
Oh, sorry, sir, I really couldn't say.
Now what?
Dunno. Wait for Munro, I suppose.
You've arrived then. Matt?
I'll be outside.
Here, Sarge. Is this true about Sergeant Roach?
Depends what you heard, Parry.
Well, that he beat up a punter over some plonk. Blimey.
If you were both going to split and she was going back to him, why the fight?
Self-defense on my part.
How many times do you have to kick him in self-defense?
I'm telling the truth. Obviously, if I knew what was going to happen, I wouldn't have been there in the first place.
I'll tell you what I think, Ted. I think it's a load of cobblers. And I'll tell you something else. I'm getting a bit hacked off with having to duck and dive to pull your conkers out of the fire all the time.
Oh, really? I thought things between us were strictly quid pro quo.
Look, I'll do what I can. But you're in it up to your neck this time, in case you hadn't noticed. I mean, drinking on duty, telling porkies to the DCI, bringing the service into disrepute, etc., etc. And that's just if Leonard doesn't decide to press charges for GBH or assault or whatever. In which case you're looking at MS-15, possible suspension, the big house maybe. And if you're convicted, well, goodbye DS Roach.
Oh, and that won't look so good for you, will it, Frank? Failure to supervise and all that.
Now, wait a minute. You lied about where you were going.
If only MS-15 saw things that clearly.
Don't start playing that game with me, Ted. You'll lose.
Where's Roach? Inside, sir. DI Burnside.
Andrew?
Frank.
Well?
I'd be interested to see how he wriggles out of this one. Some messy little love triangle with a WPC from Hoxton. But the landlord insists that Roach hit out first.
Well, he says it was self-defence.
Well, the barman backs up the landlord. The woman, Bright, says she didn't see. Stamp and Quinlan have got the details of the other witnesses, if we want to talk to them.
Do we?
I think that rather depends on what Mr. Leonard says when he regains consciousness, don't you? If he wants to press charges, Frank, there's nothing I can do.
Yeah, well, the less encouragement he gets, the better, eh?
Look, I didn't ask Ted to try to knock his brains out. If he wants to behave like that, it's his lookout.
Meaning you don't care whether he gets his legs done or not?
Meaning I'll do what I can. Like there's nothing on paper, so far.
Well, that's all
but don't
right.
try to lean on me, Frank. The person you should have lent on was Ted Roach. Hard, a long time ago. And then maybe things wouldn't have come to this, would they?
Do you want my advice?
No.
Get your retaliation in first. As soon as he comes round, hit him with an assault charge. ABH. Muddy the waters a bit, eh?
Oh, and you'd know all about that, wouldn't you, Matt? Things I could tell him about you. Turn him white upstairs.
Listen, mate. You want to watch your big mouth. Because right now you're going to need all the friends you can get.
Right, Ted. So, how much had you had?
I told you I had a drink. A couple of drinks. Whiskey.
Well, no doubt MS-15 will look at that more closely if they have to. Not good, but not fatal. And what about the fight?
What about it?
You put a man in hospital, Ted, over a woman, apparently. I don't need to spell out what'll happen to your job prospects if he brings charges, so tell me about it. How did it start?
I can't remember.
Try, Sergeant. Selective amnesia won't wash with MS-15, and it doesn't with me.
I was having a quiet drink with Miss Bright. We were having a serious discussion about our future when this Leonard appeared and started being abusive. Inspector.
In what way?
Verbally.
And what did he say?
I can't remember exactly, Inspector. But to tell you the truth, he was getting right up my nose. Do you know what I mean?
So you hit him?
Only in retaliation.
2 witnesses say otherwise.
Well, they were wrong. As a matter of fact, when Leonard wakes up, I want him done with assault.
I'll bet you would.
I'm sorry to disturb you, sir. Dave Quinn has just been on from St Hugh's. Leonard's still unconscious. They're giving him a brain scan now.
Thank you, June. Well, Sergeant, let's hope assault's about as serious as this thing gets.
Dave,
Gov?
what's the latest?
Well, he's just come round. They just brought him back.
Great.
It's, Lisa Bright, the WPC.
Cherchez la femme, eh?
And he's got a depressed fracture of his right cheekbone, but the skull's intact and there's no damage to the brain as far as we can see.
So can I talk to him?
Well, not really. He'll probably find it a bit painful, but you can try.
Cheers. Age before beauty. Mr. Leonard, D.I. Burnside, Sunhill Police.
You got him. Who did this?
Who's that then, Mr. Leonard?
One of your mates. Roach.
You sure about that, are you?
Of course I'm sure. He's not getting out of it either.
Oh, excuse me, I was looking for Inspector Monroe.
He's round here somewhere, June.
Yeah, well, if you see him, could you tell him that we've heard from the hospital? It sounds like Leonard's off the danger list.
So he's okay?
Apart from a fractured cheekbone, stitches, bruising. Yeah, he's right as rain.
Okay, cheers. I want to see Monroe.
What for?
It's between him and me.
Sorry. I don't know if you noticed, but his office is empty. And I'm not sending some poor PC traipsing around the nick unless I think it's worth it.
I've got to be somewhere at 5.
You must be joking. Monroe won't let you out of here till this is sorted.
I am not arguing the toss with you. I want to see Monroe.
Should be good. What is it? Another bimbo? Edward. Unbelievable. Steve?
No way. I want him charged. I don't give a toss about his career.
Except that when the bad uns like Roach go down, they have a nasty habit of taking good uns with them. Lisa Bright's in the frame and all.
She didn't do anything.
Well, it's not fair, I know. But the Met's like that. She'll probably find herself up before area complaints if you go ahead. Bringing the force into disrepute. Not a good mark to have against her at the start of a promising career.
Hi, is he?
He's trying to decide whether to press charges.
Well, couldn't blame him if he did.
Yeah, but he's worried about what that might mean to you. Bringing the force into disrepute, area complaints, all that grief. Difficult one.
You wanted to see me, Sergeant?
Alone, if that's all right.
Matthew?
I hear Leonard's going to be okay.
So it seems.
In that case, if it's all right with you and the DI, I'd like permission to leave.
What?
I know it's not strictly kosher, but even if Leonard does stick his neck out and press charges, it isn't worth getting MS-15 down tonight, is it?
Well, that's hardly up to you.
I know, but I'm asking you as a favour. There's nothing that can't wait until tomorrow, is there? And it's not as if I'm likely to abscond.
Frankly, Sergeant, I've no idea what you're likely to do, given your record. What's your reason?
I've got an appointment.
What sort of appointment?
A personal sort of appointment.
A woman?
I said it's personal, but it is important.
Well, sorry, no.
There is no point in me hanging about here for nothing. Look, even if Leonard wants to press charges, you don't have to call MS-15 straight away. That's all I'm saying. You can say we're making sure he wasn't spinning a line.
Can I? Well, thanks for telling me my job, Sergeant, but the answer's still no.
Why?
Why? Because I said so.
You've got no good reason and you know it.
I've got every good reason. Quite apart from you trying to kick Leonard's head in.
I didn't.
I'm duty-bound to contact MS-15 immediately he wants to proceed against you.
But it was self-defence.
In a pig's ear. Look, so far I've leant over backwards for you. You've not been arrested, you've not been reported, and there is nothing on paper. So do me a favour, Sergeant, and act like a grown-up for once.
Grown-up?
Hey, what's going on?
Shh. Only I always thought it was little boys who needed uniforms with shiny buttons to make them feel big. Inspector.
Really gets you, doesn't it? Stuck at Sergeant forever.
I want to leave.
Tough.
Stop me.
You really are pathetic. Sergeant Boyden. Sergeant Roach, I'm reporting you for striking a senior officer. Sergeant Boyden, you are the formal witness. Please keep him here while I inform Mr. Brownlow and MS-15.
Yes, sir.
Haven't you lot got work to do?
Are you on self-destruct or what?
I'll make sure it gets passed on. A message from D.I. Burnside for Mr. Munro. Mark Leonard will not be pressing charges, apparently.
Bit academic now, I would have thought.
He what? Thumped him?
Why?
Oh, you know Ted. Thing is, Munro's reported him to Brownlow.
You're joking.
Well, he hit him pretty hard by all accounts.
Andrew, how is it?
Go. The Chief Super wants to see you. Now.
Right.
You okay, sir?
Yes. Thank you, Dave. Andrew. Not interested, Frank. Can throw the book at him for all I care. And will, I hope.
I am sick of you. And tired. And when MS-15 get here, I'm going to bring every misdemeanor, every complaint, however trivial, proven or not, everything since you first graced us with your presence here at Sunhill to their attention. In the old days, you'd have been busted down to PC and back on the beat before you could blink your eye. But in these enlightened times, we in uniform consider that if you're not good enough for CID, then you're not good enough for us either. Believe me, Sergeant, by the time MS-15 have finished with you, you'll be lucky to be at DC pushing paper around the crime desk.
It's Frank, sir.
Tell him to wait.
I'll resign.
Oh, no, you won't, Sergeant. The days when our undesirables could slither off into some dark corner are over, almost. MS-15 are going to take you every inch of the way if I have anything to do with it. Oh, and as for Mr. Leonard, I'm not sure how you managed to swing things with him. But I intend to see him personally and point out to him all the options that are open to him. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, sir.
Good. Because I wouldn't want there to be any misunderstanding about exactly where you stand in my esteem, Sergeant. I want you to stay with Sergeant Roach until MS-15 arrive. You're not to let him out of your sight, do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All right.
We've seen the creek.
I mean, what was I thinking of? Hitting him? Nothing. No. No, I know. I hate him. I hate his guts. I hate everything he stands for with his pace and his plus and his statements of purpose and his smiling at the punters and his have a nice day.
All right, easy, Ted.
I mean, when was the last time he ever nicked anybody, eh? A real villain. When was the last time he ever put himself on the line, eh?
Hey, listen to me! You've got to get hold of yourself, quick! Otherwise, it won't be MS-15 coming for you. It'll be the boys from the funny farm.
What's the suit?
All right. Now, look, this is still salvageable.
Oh.
Leonard is not going to press charges.
But Brownlow already
Stuff
said...
Brownlow. I know this for a fact. Lisa Bright does not want to get covered in manure over this. She's persuaded him, believe me. So, what are you looking at? Conduct unbecoming? Disrepute? Drinking on duty?
Oh, is that all?
Oh, come on, Ted. You and I both know blokes have got out of far worse. Munro's your main problem.
No, No wonder you made the eye.
Now listen, you ungrateful bastard. Do you want me to help you or not?
Yeah.
Good. Now, the way I see it, the only way out of this is to apologise.
To Monroe, you are your mind?
Only way, Ted.
But he's already reported it. It's too late, Frank. MS-15 are on their way.
Mitigation. That's all I'm talking. And the long view. Mind you, this whole thing depends on how much you want to keep your job.
MS-15 give any indication when they might be here?
Well, as soon as possible, they said.
And I was going to the theatre tonight.
There you go, Gov.
Cheers.
What do you reckon?
It'll be all right. Early days yet.
Okay, Frank. Let's do it.
Phase 1. I'm glad you've seen sense, Ted. Now, I know Brownlow said I'm not to let you out of my sight, but I'm prepared to cut you a bit of slack on this one. On one condition.
What?
That you don't do anything stupid. No more punches and don't run away.
Where would I go?
Good luck.
I don't need an audience, Frank.
I'll be on the stairs.
Yes? You wanted to see me about something, Sergeant?
No, not at all.
What was that about, Ted? Ted! You can't bottle out.
I'm not bottling out.
What then?
It's not worth it.
What do you mean it's not worth it? It's your only chance. And where the hell do you think you're going?
Sick.
You're not sick.
I am, Frank. Of this place, the job, everything. Even you. Look around. This is not the job I joined. You joined. Brown knows a creep like Monroe to stay here? You must be joking.
Well, you're not leaving till MS-15 get here.
They know where I am.
That's an order.
Shove it. Oh, by the way, don't bother with the party.